Ladies and gentlemen, Dexter Resurrection trailer is officially out. We finally have some new footage and material to connect the dots and do a little speculation around the whole story. It turns out they are using a different approach for the plot of this series, but the whole tone based on the trailer is still really dark and mysterious. Also, definitely better looking than New Blood. We got some new interesting characters introduced, played by amazing actors. Nonetheless, this series has a potential to be as good as original Dexter series from years ago. Hello everybody, it's Idol on TV. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Dexter Resurrection trailer is finally out. I've expected this trailer to release like 2 weeks from now, so this video is going to be kind of spontaneous. I just hopped out of the shower and thought maybe I should film a video. Why the heck not? So we're gonna take a look at the trailer together. We're gonna break it down step by step, and then I'm gonna throw in some conspiracy theories about this series. You know how this goes. If you enjoy this kind of videos, maybe subscribe. I don't know, you don't have to, but you know, it makes my day. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing we see in this trailer is something we already seen in the teaser before, and we see Dexter laying on his hospital bed. Well, this kind of explains things. You know, Dexter obviously survived and he is in hospital being treated, but what stands out the most, I would say, is that he is not in handcuffs. So there's plenty of things that could happen right here. The first thing could be that he's obviously not incriminated and Angela didn't have anything on him, because this is happening in New York and that's kind of out of her jurisdiction anyway. Then another thing could be she just left him at the hospital and went her own way. I kind of thought she was gonna have a crucial role in this series. Maybe this still could happen, but I'm really not sure right now. The last time I checked, the actress wasn't even listed as one of the cast members. Anyways, the trailer begins with Dexter waking up in a hospital bed. As he opens his eyes, we hear his iconic narration. Somebody once told me you have to go through hell to achieve resurrection. He obviously had to go through hell after everything he's been through, you know, he's been shot. It's a miracle that he even survived. Yeah, it makes sense. He kind of went through hell. And then the best thing about it is he opens his eyes and says, hallelujah, like a miracle happened, and it actually kind of is a miracle. The next part is where it gets really interesting. We can see Batista. I didn't even expect them to have a reunion so early. I always thought he was gonna be the one hunting Dexter down, and then at the end of season 1 they're gonna have their reunion, but it turns out they are going to reunite in season 1 episode 1. You probably cannot see, but this line gave me goosebumps for some reason, I don't know why. It's when Batista says it's like seeing a ghost. If you take a look at Batista's face expression, it looks like he's disappointed and happy at the same time. He got mixed feelings about it. He is kind of happy to see Dexter. He is kind of mad at him. Well, their interaction, obviously, it's a little bit awkward. And yeah, imagine you see your dead friend after so many years. How are you going to feel like? I completely understand Batista. Angel then says to Dexter, Chief Bishop told me you are alive. And Chief Bishop is obviously nowhere to be seen. She probably left Dexter at the hospital and dipped. But that's not the point. The next line is where it really hits. She said that you were the Bay Harbor Butcher. Ouch. It's over for him. The end. Thank you for watching the video. Just kidding, because the second after this, we can see Dexter escaping from hospital. He escapes through bathroom window and uses this old truck that we seen on set leaks. When I first saw those set leaks, I thought, well, Dexter is probably on the run. And then a few days passed and I was thinking maybe he's not on the run, maybe he's working for someone. And it turns out there was something to my theory. So let's continue. Dexter seems to be on the run. He is headed to New York, but in New York is actually where the magic happens. Turns out we pretty much knew why Dexter went to New York. The reason was obviously to go on the run and hide from the spotlight and Batista and everyone after him. In the next few frames, we can see Dexter settling at his new apartment, going through newspaper, which at first looked like it describes him, but after reading it, it looks like there's a serial killer in New York that goes by the name Dark Passenger. It's interesting that they named this person Dark Passenger because it has nothing to do with Dexter and it's not even his MO. Then we see the title New Secrets. We can hear a quick dialogue between Dexter and Jessica Jones.
What?
Pardon, Mia LaPierre, played by Kristen Ritter, of course. Mia LaPierre. Mia La Pasión. They mention Prater, who of course is Leon Prater, played by none other than Peter Dinklage, and he's someone who I first thought would be the main villain, but it turns out differently. Then we see Uma Thurman aka Charlie, who looks like she recruits Dexter, which she probably does, and then the most interesting moment in the trailer happens, which I really didn't expect. Dexter is greeted by Leon Prater. I always thought Dexter would be the one hunting him down, but maybe not yet. We see and hear that Prater likes serial killers, acts like he owns them even. They're all gathered at the same place, of course. There's a quick glimpse of all Eric Stonestreet's character and David Dasmalchian's character, who I don't know the name of, but he seems like he's another serial killer. He looks like Dark Passenger to me. You know, his hair is dark. Anyways, there's also Lovell, who's played by Neil Patrick Harris, and I thought he's just a guest star in this series, but it seems like he's going to have a bigger role. I don't know, maybe not. The further we go, the more we realize that Dexter seems really confused with all of this. He realizes that he is in the same room with other serial killers, which is an interesting and unique approach, I would say. I don't think anyone expected writers to form some sort of Avengers in Dexterverse, or there may be more like Thunderbolts, I should say. Anyways, serial killers working together looks very interesting, but I doubt Dexter is going to adapt and actually work for them. We then see Dexter walking on the streets of New York. It doesn't look like he's hiding anymore. We're also greeted with his iconic line "Tonight's the night," where it looks like he has a victim on his table again, finally. We waited too long for this to happen again. To be honest, I always thought Dexter was gonna be on the run for like a whole season, but it turns out that he's already working for someone, which actually seems really interesting. Trailer continues with Charlie's introduction. She's giving me Hitman vibes for some reason. Looks like she's some sort of recruiter or the salesman for Prater. She's most likely inviting all these serial killers to work for him. We also see Prater's introduction, and we knew from the start that he's very rich, probably a millionaire, because otherwise how would he be able to recruit all these serial killers and pay them? After this character introduction, we see Harrison, fans' favorite. Just kidding. He's talking to Batista, who tells him that this is the dark path he's going down. This could mean Harrison is following Dexter's footsteps, like father, like son. We do see Harrison dragging a body later, and it's not Dexter. A lot of people were theorizing whether this is Dexter or not, which is funny because that would obviously ruin the plot. And we do see Harrison using knife later, which means he's probably going down the dark path. After this, there's not even a second, but we can see a quick glimpse of Melvin, played by Dominic Fumosa. Looks like he's somehow related to Harrison's story from this quick sneak peek. Well, we also get to see Harry after so many years, who tells Dexter to be careful, like usually. But it was Deb in New Blood who took Harry's role, which was great in my opinion. I'm really gonna miss Deb. There was no sign of actress being active on the set, and she even said that she's done with it. That kind of sucks. Dexter tells Harry that he's tired of being careful, and then we see him looking professionally, almost like he's on the mission. He's preparing the room, and it looks like he has a victim on his table. And it doesn't look like he's out of practice, which kind of makes me think he's gonna do this more often this season. Before the trailer ends, we get to see gangsta looking Dexter preparing to go out in the streets, and the trailer ends there. So yeah, that's kind of it. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this trailer. Are you as excited as I am, or do you think this is gonna be a flop? Let me know down in the comments. This is goodbye for now, but I will see you in the next video very soon.
Peace out.